Hi, welcome to Clutter Bravado.
Yes, and
It's the energy. It's not just about the stuff.
So we should probably just get into it, right?
let's go.
Good evening, Laurent.
Good evening, Elyse.
How are you?
How do I answer that? So I'm doing well.
Yes.
Yes, it's a little late,
It is very late.
but we had a good day. We had a busy day,
We did.
and we're recording this intro at 7 o'clock
It's exactly 7 p.m.
and usually 7 p.m. I need to have my soup, and I need to start
And-
watching
Matlock.
Matlock
It's when Grandpa goes to sleep.
or I watch reruns of Kojak.
Kojak.
No, it's
You like that guy. You've
I
mentioned him
do.
before.
I do like that guy.
Yeah.
It's all those TV shows are my youth. I'm sorry. Not that I am. I'm very young, but
I grew up on Clarissa Explains It All, but you
you
don't.
what?
You don't know it. It's fine. Melissa Joan Hart.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was a character on there. Her name was Elyse, and she dated the lead character named Sam. I think it was Sam. He used to show up in Clarissa's window all the time. You
So,
don't need to know. You don't
I
need to
don't
worry
need
about
to know
that.
that.
Anyway, so how was your weekend?
Weekend was great.
Yeah.
As usual, I try to keep it as relaxing as possible.
Mm-hmm.
We did go to brunch with Alexandra Peck and Adam Hunter, which was
Mm-hmm.
lovely on Saturday.
And then on Saturday night, we went to a dinner party celebrating Sylvester, which was really cool, who is our next guest. No, we're interviewing him tomorrow. He'll come up soon.
Yes.
But Kevin from Fuse Lighting, his partner.
And
It was so fun.
it was really fun.
Mm-hmm.
You had fun with your new best friend.
With the coolest person that I've met, actually. It's rare that I meet.
It's not true.
Okay,
You've met so
no.
many cool people.
I
In the
have
last,
met a lot of cool people. I think,
but she is very cool.
yeah, to meet somebody who's like around my age, and who's like cool, young, and hip and fun. I sound so old when I say that. That's annoying. Anyway, but yes, I met Kiki from Stark. And I've met her before because we went to an event at Stark recently, the backyard barbecue that they had there. And I love Louisa and Chad, Chad, who's the owner of Stark.
We need to have them on the
we
podcast.
need to have them on the podcast because they're spectacular people. But Kiki, who works there, she's so fun and she's fascinating. She's so funny. And just like, I love it when I just mesh with somebody and when I'm just like, oh, you're my people. Like we need to hang out. But we bonded over a show that she's finished. Okay, I haven't finished it, but we were just like chit-chatting, and she asked me what I did on Saturday. And on Saturday afternoon, in between teaching yoga and going to the dinner party, I watched a terrible show. It's a bad show. And I told her that. I'm like, yeah, I just watched this really, really bad show. She's like, what is it? I'm like, I don't know if I can tell you. She's like, I think I know what it is. What is it? And I said, The Hunting Wives on Netflix. And she was like, I just finished it. And I have never, I want to be very clear when I talk about this that I don't like to speak ill of other people's art. Okay? If this is something that someone made, especially in the state of Hollywood right now, and the way that like people who are actors and who are writers and who are hairstylists and makeup artists, they need work, and I support them getting work. And so I support the arts, and I'm supporting this one by watching it. But I can say that in the same breath that I can say this is absolute trash. Every part of this show, from the writing to the editing to the lighting to the cinematography, the wigs. It's so bad. It's the worst.
And yet,
It's the worst show I have ever sat down to fully really immerse myself in. And I didn't want to immerse myself in it. I watched part of the first episode. I'm like, I can't watch this. That was like weeks ago. I'm like, I can't watch this. And then I'm like, well, maybe I could watch it. And now I'm 5 episodes in, and I cannot wait until I am done editing tonight so I can watch another episode of it. I am obsessed with this show. I'm not proud of it. But Kiki and I bonded on that because she also agrees that it's like, yep, we know what it is. And there's something refreshing about that. To love something knowing that it's not good. Like one of my favorite movies is Showgirls.
But that I get it now.
Yeah.
I get it because it's about the same quality as what.
It's Showgirls?
Yeah.
Hunting Wives. It has the same thing in common.
Yeah.
It boobs.
Yeah.
There's boobs in it.
So you're just a boob girl.
Maybe I just like shows.
You just
Maybe I just like bad acting and good boobs.
right.
I think that might be it. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what my taste in films. Actually, now that I'm going back through all of my other favorite films, I think that might be it.
Because don't you like also the Charlie's Angel thing?
There's no boobs in that.
Oh, really?
But there is Demi Moore in lingerie. Charlie's Angels Full Throttle is one of my favorite movies.
See what I mean?
Is there something that we're discovering here?
We're gonna skip.
We're gonna table it. We're gonna table that. We'll get back to it. Anyway, what else?
I went to the farmer's market on Sunday.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get figs?
You ate them all afternoon long. What are you doing? Say thank you for getting figs.
Well, I ate all of the figs from last week. If you have figs, I'm gonna eat them. I love figs, and I love that it's fig season.
Yeah, I think that in many respects, I say, I do a great gratitude list every morning. The farmer's market and living in California has to be, and it is on my list every day because we're lucky.
Yeah.
The tomatoes out there, I bought amazing figs, bought a great, is it a melon or do you call that a cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe is a melon.
Yeah, so a melon. But I bought a kind of melon that I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
That was absolutely delicious.
Ooh.
I am grateful that we have access to the food that we have access to. I think that's something that I cannot take for granted.
Yeah. And you cook it very well too.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean,
But the actual ingredients are spectacular.
But the actual ingredients. So thank you for Mother Nature to provide that kind of really good produce. And it was fun. The farmer's market, it's the second or third time. Mm-hmm. We went there once together.
Yeah, we did.
And I decided to go back because I don't know. It was really fun.
You need to have another dinner party soon.
Yeah,
that needs to happen.
I have to make the ratatouille.
Yes.
I have to make the tomato salad.
The tomato sorbet.
With the tomato sorbet.
If you are listening to this right now and you're curious about tomato sorbet, what's that about? We made a reel about it last year, like when we first started the podcast, and showed it. Oh my God!
So we
have
to remake that because the tomatoes are just. I mean, it's
tomato season.
Yeah, we're
at
smack
the
in
end
the middle. We're a little bit in the end.
Yeah.
So nevertheless, that's what I did.
Amazing.
On Sunday, yeah.
Oh, I like that.
What about you?
Sunday. Oh, I worked out all day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I went to the gym in the morning and then I went for like a 5 mile. It wasn't a hike because it was flat. So it was like a walk. I went outside for about 5 miles and then I kept watching the Hunting Wives. Oh, on Friday though, stop it. On Friday, I did go to see a movie. I went to see Weapons.
Oh, that's the one where the little kids explode. No, still not. I still think that would be a fun movie.
Yeah. Okay.
But okay, whatever. Keep going.
No. Okay. They don't. Okay. I don't want to spoil it for you. So I'm just going to let you believe that that's what it's about.
But they don't explode.
I'm going to go ahead and say no.
Okay.
Yeah. You think that would be a good idea for a movie?
I don't know why. It's like little kids who are running around and it's called Weapons. And I'm like, okay.
Okay. We're gonna also, that's another thing we're gonna table for now.
We're gonna table for now.
Yeah.
My twisted sense of I could write a script.
Hey.
I've been in LA for too long. That's what it is.
You want to write a script?
Okay, fine.
We're
Just
children.
keep going
Okay.
with your movie.
Anyway, I saw Weapons and it was spectacular. It's the same writer-director as Barbarian, and Barbarian is one of my favorite horror movies. I think it was so smart and so well done, where it's both scary, you have scream like, oh my God, moments, and you feel a little bit creeped out and a little haunted. It's a little bit gory, but not too much. And it's also kind of funny. I love that in a horror movie. And he plays all of those very, very well. And he did that again in Weapons. It's fun. It is dark. It's spooky. So fun. It's really fun. And I'm pretty sure I know what everyone's Halloween costume is going to be this year. And I kind of want to do it too, but we'll see. Maybe I'll come up with something else.
Be Molly Ackerman?
What?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You want me to be...
Oh, you want to be someone else?
Not
something
from
else.
The Hunting Wives.
Oh, not from the...
I can't
from
be
Weapons.
a character from The Hunting Wives because I don't want to go nude.
No.
Not this year.
Wow.
We need to get to our guest, okay? We need to
transition. Cut that, yes.
So our guest this week is Kristine Paige. Kristine Paige is brilliant. She is incredibly talented. She's an extraordinarily prolific designer. She's worked with a lot of different clients. She's had a breadth of work that is really, really impressive. Her published works are, you can't open a magazine without seeing her work somewhere. She's everywhere. And she's also, you've worked with her before. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a supporter of Kimberly Denman. She also bought art from Melanie.
Pullen. That's right. From Melanie Pullen.
She's really good. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love Kristine.
She has such an incredible eye, and I really respect her. I got to know her a little bit when I first got started working for a designer. I saw her speak on a panel, and it was really inspiring. And I also was really inspired by how well she presents herself and how well she talks about her work. And it was a pleasure to have her on the show to do that and to share some of her stories and the origin story of Jackson Paige Interiors. And she also has like a couple of like little brilliant kernels that I am now taking into my life and into my apartment that I'm like, oh, I never thought of doing that. And yeah, I think, it's just going to be a great interview. So we should probably get to it, yeah?
Let's go.
Welcome to Clutter Bravado. We are here with Kristine Paige of Jackson Paige Interiors. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
That's
It's
exciting.
such a pleasure.
It is wonderful to have you here. And every time, I have to call this out. Every time I see you, you are so impeccably dressed.
Oh my
You
God.
have like the most incredible sense of style. I love it.
Thank you. That means a lot coming from you.
It's one thing to have it like with interiors, yes, but like also when you show up, you're just always like so put together. It's just gorgeous. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I just am walking around feeling everything. That's my thing. I'm like an all tactile person here.
Yeah. All of the furniture in the Kimberly Denman Showroom, it's just
spectacular. Yes, it all is. Yes.
I want to get started first. I met you for the first time. You were speaking on a panel at the PDC, and you were talking about having your work photographed and published.
Yes.
And what that process was like, and the day of the shoot, all of that, and the things to prepare for it. And I started looking into some of your work, and I noticed how much you have been published, and your work has been published. You're very prolific in that way. Yeah.
Thank you. Gosh, that's so interesting to hear, because I don't really. I mean, I know I have been, but like I don't feel that way compared to like a lot of my other peers. You know what I mean? So like that's great to hear.
I mean, your press page on your website is very impressive.
Well, thank you.
So I also want to ask you a little bit more about that, like getting your work published and putting your work out there. You're primarily working with clients and you're working with their taste. Mm-hmm. And so what does it look like for you to sort of imprint a little bit of your personal style and the way you want a room to look onto what your client is also looking for? What is that blend? How does that blend look?
First of all, I don't think people hire a designer unless they like the designer's taste.
Yeah.
Right.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't think any designer's there just to say, give me what you want and I'm going to just do it.
Yeah.
Because you want, of course, the client's input is the most important. You want them to be happy and comfortable, and you want the house to be a reflection of them. But you definitely are looking for that blend as a client, I think. So I think, for myself as a designer, I just take all my clients' information in, and it's like a blender, just mix it up with not only the things that they want, but I listen to more like what's lacking in their life. Like if I go over there and you can just tell it's like chaos and things everywhere. I'm like, okay, number one, we get an organizer in here to work with. You know what I mean? So you can just tell and spend time with people. So it's not only about like the taste level or the taste or the furnishings. It's more about like the feeling. The feeling that someone is lacking or wants to inspire more of in their life.
That's actually really interesting because I think that you might be the first person that has mentioned bringing in an organizer. And
really?
helping someone to deal with their clutter, Yes.
Yeah. It's a huge thing.
That's incredible. Can you go into that a little bit more?
Absolutely. I mean, we do that on most jobs, or at least try. Because what happens is that people, like, especially like, let's say you're redoing, not so much on new construction, a little bit, but more on like remodels. Yeah, because people are like, I need this drawer, and you go through everything they have, and you're like, first of all, you don't need like 50 Tupperware containers. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much that I think we just collect over time that like really drags us all down. So I think for us, like bringing an organizer in there, and I mean, if I had time, like this is the kind of stuff that I would love to do, but you just take the inventory, you really talk, the organizer talks to the client about like what is really necessary and helps pare down. Then by the time they move back into their house, they not only like have this new beautiful space, but like everything feels different because it's still their things, but it's pared down and only the things that they use and love remain. So it's really important. Really important.
I'm the same. It's funny. I'm doing an exercise to see what I like to do, and one of them was to organize and clean up because I think it's cathartic and feels really good, even though it's you're not changing anything, but suddenly your life looks a lot different.
Yeah.
When you get your car washed.
Yes.
Or you wash your car and you condition it and you do all this stuff, all of a sudden like your car's driving differently.
Yeah.
It's not, but it feels like it
feels
is.
like it. Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's the same with your house, I think.
I've been doing that lately actually in my apartment. I decided I just want less stuff. So I go through it all the time, like once a week, like how much can I get rid of? Like how much can I go donate or something that maybe a friend might need, if someone's like looking for some clothes, like I'll put some stuff together like, hey, I know these are in your size. Here you go. Like, do you like these? Something like that. And helping to sort of like, because I mean, I live alone. I don't need 6 pairs of scissors,
Yeah, it's true.
You can definitely, cut that stuff down. And I feel like too, when I sort of look at a magazine and I'm looking at someone's home that has been beautifully designed, I think before I got into the industry, one of my biggest pet peeves was like, where is their stuff?
Right.
Like,
That's true.
Where does this go? And that's why it's really important to have an inventory of what exactly it is that you need and also to have ample storage, to make sure that you're always keeping that stuff in mind. Wow, that's really interesting. In anyone's home, for example, someone who's listening to this that may not have worked with an interior designer before and they want to add something that's going to bring a little bit more like culture or beauty or art into their space, what would maybe be a first thing that you would recommend that they do? What's something they could hire a designer.
Do you mean like one item or do you mean like one experience?
I think let's do both, but experience first.
Again, I'm going to come back to like the feeling and the heart of a matter, but like thinking to yourself, like what places make you the happiest?
Yeah.
And even if it's like a jazz bar or sitting at the beach or going to Italy, whatever it is, or a friend's house. Yeah. Or sitting in your closet, like whatever it is, like the space that makes you happy, like really sit there, think about why does that make you happy? And then it's taking those feelings and trying to implement it into the things around you. And it could even be, let's say you love the beach, you're at the sand, like what's the feel of the sand? And like, can we create something like that will remind you of that? And it doesn't even have to be, it's just subconscious. Yeah. But that's probably would be my first thing, like experientially to talk to a client about. My second thing would be art. Wait, you say art, culture, and something
style,
else. Style, like wallpaper.
Okay.
Like I'm just
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
You can do artistic things with wallpaper.
Right.
It makes a huge impact.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be super costly. You can keep all the furniture you have, but if you add wallpaper, I mean, wow, you can change a room.
Yeah.
Ceiling, walls, whatever.
And, in choosing one of those, it is helpful to have a designer.
It's very helpful.
I think
should probably go ahead and hire a
I think that there's if you don't have a designer and you love the beach, go buy some nice glassware. If you want to
Yes.
change, if you want to put wallpaper, just hire a designer.
Hire a designer. Yeah.
So that you don't have to paint over it. And
Yeah,
in a
that's
year, being
true.
like, what was
That's
I
true.
doing?
Or at least
Yeah.
get the removable kind.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Although it doesn't really remove.
No,
No, it
yeah.
doesn't really remove
Peels
it.
Yeah.
off the paint. It's not a
Yeah,
good.
I've heard
Sorry.
bad things about it.
Yeah, not.
Who's your favorite? I mean, there are so many different brands, but just curiosity, is there a go-to for you?
I'd say there's 4. Porter Telio,
Yeah.
which I adore them and adore their product, which is just modern and cool and out there.
They're
a little
based
bit.
in the middle.
Kansas.
Kansas,
Kansas
yeah.
City. Yeah, but not.
We need
Kansas
to,
City, Missouri,
okay,
yeah.
Kansas City,
we need to contact them.
Oh,
if they
you
come
should.
to LA, they need to see them.
Bridget
Okay,
and
yeah.
Kelly, they are amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. So they're, right at the top. Also, Desgournay and Gracie. I have to kind of say them interchangeably, even though they're not, but
Yeah.
like they're both just exquisite.
Absolutely.
And Philip Jeffries,
Yeah.
just for, grass class, and they do beautiful things too. So,
We worked with Maya Romanoff,
oh, yeah,
and that was another one that
that's another one.
I really liked that product. But yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
That's a fun. That would be a fun series on the different wallpapers.
That would be.
Yeah.
throughout.
Yeah.
Because it's really an interesting design project and material to work with. And
It is incredible. And actually one time they came to our studio, and we have this like outdoor patio, and they invited like a bunch of designers in and like literally did the hand painting of the wallpaper, like all in front
Right.
of us. It was so
Oh,
great to
wow.
see. And they make it look so easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Right,
like,
it's like,
"Oh,
I can't do that."
God, I can't.
Yeah. Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Wow. I in working with a designer when I first got started, when I met you actually, one of my favorite things was to go to all of the showrooms and just go and like touch a lot of the wallpapers and wall coverings, because that's another element of it that you don't really consider, is that it has a tactile like
Yeah.
element to it that's so special. And there are some of them that are just like, especially like Philip Jeffries. I love Philip Jeffries.
Yeah.
And, like there are a lot of like the metallics that they use at Philip Jeffries are really fun too.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
So fun.
Yeah. So I want to go into a little bit more of your like personal life as a designer. So personal and professional. You've been in the industry for how long now?
a few
Oh
years,
my God.
couple of years.
A couple of years?
No, like over 20 odd.
Yeah.
24?
Okay.
Something?
Yeah.
23?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your entire life basically is like really revolving around the interior space. So like a lot of the things that you're doing and you do a lot of travel as well. So tell me a little bit about how your experiences like traveling have really influenced your design style, and how you sort of pick up things from different markets and different areas and bring them here.
It's hard to put into words.
Okay.
But I do think, just obviously Paris is probably my biggest inspiration, and going to the markets there and the fleas, and it's just thinking of also just using things in a new and interesting way. Like seeing a big like brass plate type of thing and using it as a headboard. Like I was with a friend once, and she found this amazing thing, and I was like, "What are you doing with that?" She's like, "I think I was using a headboard." And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? That is so cool. You know what I mean? So I love that.
Yeah.
I love finding things that like you don't use for what you think they should be used, or what people would think they should be used for.
Yeah. There are a few different showcase houses around like the LA area, but you did a showcase house in Dallas?
I did. I've done Dallas, and I did one in Nashville.
No way.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. Yeah. So
Wow.
that was fun.
Can you tell me about what that's like? Because I imagine doing that in an entirely different city, using it all materials from that area. So you have to get really, really familiar with that network, with that community. What was that like for you, especially in Dallas?
Yes. So in Dallas, gosh, that is a great market. It is a booming market. The designers are also nice. people, it's just, I can't say enough good things about Dallas and
Okay.
the vendors and everything. But the great thing about a show house is that like they are sponsored by vendors. So not that you have to use everything by those vendors, but those vendors in particular are saying you can use our product.
Yeah.
So you reach out to them first for like maybe the main things. The hardest thing is finding your painter and your
Right.
carpenter
Yeah.
and the tile person and the stone person, because you know, if you're doing it in LA or any other city you work in, people want to do favors for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you're not, if you're out of town,
Yeah.
they don't want to do favors for you. They're going to charge you a lot of money,
Yeah.
and probably even more, because it's a pain in the ass to work on these show
Yeah.
houses for these guys. Like,
Right.
They have to, and women, but they have to like park far away.
Yeah.
And then it takes an hour to like even deal with like getting in and out, you know? So it's hard.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And how is it, because the showcase house, it's better if you're on the premise. How was that being that far away from home base and spending time there? Was that a challenge?
Well, it is a challenge. I mean, there's two facets of it. One, for the work itself, I didn't think was that hard, because
Right.
I do a lot of work out of town. But it's that you have to be there for the opening
Right.
party and
Yeah.
the press day
Yeah.
and the next, you know, and you don't really realize that when you're budgeting in these show houses,
Oh, yeah.
how much it's going to cost, like travel and hotels, and forget just the work, you know, itself. So it's very costly.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that's, I think, was, you know, a question. We did the showcase house in San Francisco, which, you know, we obviously have, but a lot of designers ask, you know, how is it to do a showcase? And I'm like, well, the work's one thing,
Yeah.
and we all can, you know, borrow and, you know, but it's the spending the whole month of going to the events and the parties and, you know, being on site, because that's where you meet your potential client.
Absolutely.
And that was the challenging part, where was, you know, being away from the office for an extended period of time. And,
Yeah.
you know,
And then if you're not there, which we weren't there the whole time,
Right, you can't.
having to hire someone
Yeah.
to be there in your stead, that you feel comfortable doing that. Otherwise, like, why did you do it? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Do you feel like it did end up paying off? Did you get some clients from the showcase, or?
I cannot say that I've gotten in, like, this client is from this
Got it. Showcase, yeah.
Showcase house.
There we go.
I've never had that experience,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's one thing, you know, it's many layers of like
Yeah.
your experience
Right.
that I think people look at when they're
Yeah.
looking into you.
And also, again, because you have so many photographs of it, and you know, get to like put this as your calling card for a little while.
yeah.
and you did it with
definitely.
Meg.
I did.
How
I
was
did.
that?
You know what? It was really fun.
So Meg
So
Joannidis,
Meg
who
Joannidis,
was,
MLK Studio. So we've been friends for over 20 years,
Wow.
and it was Kips Bay, Dallas came up for her actually, and we started talking, and she's like, I'm not sure, I don't have the bandwidth. Do you want to do it together? All of a sudden came up, and I was like, God, that's so weird. I would never thought about work. We've never thought about
Right.
working together,
Yeah.
because actually, if you look at our bodies of work, they're totally different.
Wow.
Like not much similarity.
Yeah.
And then we decided to do it, and we started shopping together, and everything I liked, she liked. Everything she liked, I liked. Like, we had such a similar aesthetic.
No
it was
way.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
That's
cool.
fun.
So we had a good time. And I actually think it was a good way to experience it, because there's so much work and travel.
Right.
To split it up was nice.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, to like sort of spread that out. And that's something that we talk about on the show a lot, which is like when you have a broad and strong network of other designers that you get along with, and you can learn so much from them, and then also you can really lean on them when you need to.
Absolutely.
And collaborating is such a huge part of how this industry really works, and what success looks like.
Yeah.
Too.
and Kips Bay, Los Angeles, maybe?
That would be, I mean, like, why don't they have that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know either,
It
because
seems
that would
like
be,
it's an
seems
obvious
like it's,
Nazira handle.
because Palm Beach, Dallas, well, New York, okay,
I
even
know.
though, you know.
I know.
Los
It's true.
Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
But that is one of the huge benefits
Yeah.
about being in these showcase houses, is that you meet designers from all over the country,
Yeah.
and you do create a bond, and they're very helpful.
So I am curious to you though, what does success in this industry look like for you?
Oh, wow. That is an interesting question. It is, because I don't think, I mean, I used to probably would say, oh, a product line and being on, AD 100 or Elle Decor, like, all these things that are like really hard to, manage, even though many people do it. It ebbs and flows so much, careers, I think success is feeling like you have a body of work you're proud of. You get to a point where you don't feel like you have to take every job. Your clients respect you, your community respects you, you respect your community, and you have a work-life balance.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're making money.
Yeah, there's that part.
There's that part. It's a business at the end of the day.
It's pretty important, yeah.
So I think that for me, that's success.
Yeah. So your work-life balance right now. You mentioned to me earlier before we were recording that you have twins.
Yes.
That are going off to college.
Yes, next week.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
8 days exactly.
8 days from now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So by the time this airs, they'll be there. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's great. You'll be able to listen to it listen to the podcast at the airport. Be like, oh, good.
Hi, Kate. Hi, Van. No, just kidding.
Oh, I love it. Okay. So that means that your entire career, you've done this as a working mom.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Talk to me about that.
It is hard.
Yeah.
And anybody that says it isn't hard, like, you're out of your mind. And I
Yeah.
actually was talking to Meg about this the other day, because we were like, how have we done that? Because we were talking about just some kind of, like, people that maybe don't work that hard, like, every day. And you have to work your ass off, like, every day, really, to create a body of work.
Yeah.
And yet, being a mother is the most important thing in the world to me. So, like, it is a total balance. And I think for me, the easiest, when my kids were babies, I moved my studio back into my house, had a nanny, but, like, I was, like, working. They woke up from their nap. I had twins, so I would hold one of them, the nanny would hold the other.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But I wasn't gonna, like, go away all day long and
Right.
not be there for them.
Yeah.
So then when they went to preschool, then I got a studio outside. And it's still that way. And that's the thing about this career, is that it's amazing for a work-life balance, because well, I guess if you're a principal, it's probably not so amazing if you're not, because like, I was like, I can go to their volleyball games and their golf tournament, but it does allow you flexibility.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah. So you have a really strong team that that works for and with you.
Yes.
Yeah. So how was it when you first started to build that? Like when you first got started in this industry, like did you start off on your own, or did you?
No, I had a partner.
Okay.
I had a partner, and we both didn't have families.
Okay.
Her husband, anything. And so that was great too, because I started with my best friend.
Yeah.
So it was amazing, and it couldn't have been a better start, really. And we got really lucky, really early. But then she got cancer, and she was actually in and out of remission, kind of like for many years. And then she passed away, and it was kind of.
So sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. She passed away right before I got pregnant.
Okay.
So I was kind of at this place where, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And I just knew I wanted to keep the name. I wanted to continue with it. I wanted to honor her as much as I could. And so that's always been a part of kind of like my feeling about my business. It's like, it's not just me. It's like honoring Sasha.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
know that.
really beautiful.
Yeah, she was only 35. So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
it was really
Yeah.
tragic.
Oh, wow.
That is really tragic, but you keep it. She's the Jackson of the
She's
name?
the Jackson.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
Sasha Jackson
Yeah.
Kremley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it makes it even more personal or deeper. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
Wow.
So back to your question, at the beginning I didn't have to balance.
Yeah.
I mean, we worked constantly.
Yeah.
And like, I would stay up as late as I needed to, or we'd work on the weekend or whatever. But then once, you have a family, it's kind of like everything goes topsy-turvy.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
to figure it out.
Yeah. So when you were putting together like who you were going to start like hiring and who was going to be like working for you, what were some things that you were really looking for, especially considering like the void that was like left behind by this incredible partner of yours? Like, how do you find someone to fill that, or not to fill it by any means, but like to supplement and sort of support you through that?
Yeah. I will say when she passed, I mean, we had an assistant that was very good friends with both of us. And so like she stayed on for a long time. And then I just started hiring people that, you know, that just could support me in the way. And there's holes in different periods. You know what I mean? There's different holes when you have more new construction projects. And there's different holes when like you're running around trying to get like samples and everything. Yeah. So it just really has depended, like whether it's drafting, an assistant, an associate designer, you know, senior designer. It just depends. Yeah. But I've never partnered with someone else after that. And not that I wouldn't, but at this point, probably not.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, understandable.
What?
Yeah, definitely. So where do you see yourself going from here?
That's she asks good questions.
I told you.
I mean, I knew that by listening to your podcast, but now that I'm sitting here, wow. It's kind of this contemplative period in my life where it's like, that's the question I ask myself. I do see more travel for sure. That's kind of, I have a number of out-of-state jobs right now, and 3 of them are in New York. So I would like to maybe do a little bit more like New York City, LA. That sounds interesting to me.
With a stopover in Nashville or Virginia.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes, absolutely. You'll be able to go visit them so much more often. So yeah.
That's the thing. Yes. And like my in-laws live in New York, you know, so we have family. So I think that's kind of my main focus, and just focusing on the work and trying to get back maybe a little bit more of the love of everything. Yeah. Because I think you can get away from that sometimes when you get so wrapped up in all the details and all the budgeting and all the construction. And, you know, we've had so much going on in our industry, and with COVID and now the fires, and it's like there's just been so much to deal with that just to get back into the love of craft, I think, is high on my list of.
Yeah.
That's interesting, because I have the same feeling right now.
Yeah, well, I would imagine you certainly do.
Yeah, it's an interesting part, because suddenly I was, I don't know, the last few months I was like, you know, there's something, and I'm like, no, I need to fabricate. I was missing that.
Yeah, because you gotta connect with what brought you here.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't an industry that you get into if you don't have a love for it.
Yeah.
You don't have a passion. This is not something you do.
And it's interesting. I don't know if you feel the same, but reflecting, because there was a little bit of a lack of, I don't know if it was motivation but I don't know if like there's too much, we have access to too much, and it's kind of overwhelming, and I'm like I was losing a little bit of interest. So we try to go to showrooms. We try to, because I'm missing that part a lot right now, and being too much online, or being too much of, or we could do that in, Paris or this or that, and then, you're in LA and you lose that motivation a little bit.
Yeah, it's true. I think of that too. It's like when I go to different cities or different shows in different cities, how much you're just exploring and looking around and feeling and experiencing, and then you get to LA, which is like one of the best places to source. A lot of computer time,
right?
Like I joke that like right now I have 2 screens, and like I am going to get one of those stockbroker ones.
One of the big.
Plus my because there's just so much. Like it's a lot. But like then I want to say, okay, one day. Well, that's not going to be possible. But maybe one day every 2 weeks. Yeah. Turn it off. Just go out.
Go out.
Yeah.
I had a phone call today with a designer. We did this was at UZ in San Francisco. We did a sofa with Fog and Fury, which is custom fabric. She's fantastic. But so the client calls me. She's like, we want to do that on a bench. And that was fun because, we have to make a template. We have to, but that's because the client went to see, the piece at the showroom. Otherwise, they would have never understood what it was about. And now it's like, for me, it's, it's like, I want to go up to San Francisco, work with Fog and Fury, bring them the template, like do something fun. So that was the power of, the client going to the showroom, looking at the fabric, understanding also what they were looking at. But I want to do, it's like I want to do that more, of going places and understanding product better. And like Portfolio, for example, which is a great example. It's like if you don't understand the work and you don't see them work, you miss a lot of it.
You miss a lot of it. And then a lot of times too, you don't understand the pricing.
That's the other part of it, yeah.
Because they're like, oh, why would I get that fabric when I can get this fabric?
Right.
They look the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, they don't.
Yeah.
When you really look at them, and they don't age the same, and they're not the same quality, and you can't see like the different weaves, and you can't
Right.
can't understand it when you're just looking at a picture.
Yeah, that's something that is so important, and one of the biggest learning curves that like I've had to experience, because when I first started in interior design, working like as an assistant, just like doing admin, like the little computer things, like I know nothing about design. And then I mean, my couch from my apartment, like all the things that I purchased from there was like from Wayfair or wherever I like needed something and I just needed to go get it. And I was one of those people that like didn't understand, like, why is this sofa so expensive? That seems insane. Mm-hmm. And then I sit on a sofa like this and I'm like, oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Because and seeing it made and like going to the workshop and seeing how everything on here, it is hand put together.
Absolutely.
By people.
It's a piece of art.
It is a
like
piece of
literally
art.
craftsmanship.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the fabrics and the wallpapers like you were talking about, and all of the little details in a space that really make it so profound and so beautiful that will last you forever.
They're heirloom pieces.
Yes.
That's what they are.
Yes.
Like, and that's what we're selling, and I don't mean every piece has to be.
No,
but
yeah.
like to cement, to create an environment that like has depth and feels solid and feels like home, like you need those pieces to ground.
Yeah, and you are investing in the future.
Yeah.
It is like when you say it's an heirloom piece, like I think of the furniture that my grandmother had. It was so lovely and so beautiful and so heavy,
Well, that's, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then the furniture that like, maybe my parents started getting, and like that was like IKEA furniture started to sort of come in, and you can't pass down an IKEA bookshelf.
You can't.
You
You
can't
can't even pass it down to yourself.
You
in 5
can't
years,
pick it up. It will fall apart.
Yeah. It serves a purpose,
Yeah.
but it's a totally different purpose.
Exactly.
You know?
And it is nice to, obviously like you have some pieces that like, I just need something that's going to hold on to something. But, to have something that you can pass down is so important. And you need a designer that understands that.
Yes, you
that's
do.
going to help to educate you about that. That's why it's so important. It's so important. But we were talking about like what the future of the career looks like too, and what the future of the industry in LA especially looks like. Do you have any like ideas of what the future of LA interior design sort of looks like, or any predictions, forecasts?
Yeah, something that I just, the Palisades is just, that's the thing that I think about so much, that I think so many people think about. I have obviously had a few clients lose their homes, and have another client that lost like a guest home on their property, and I'm helping them like redo all the soft furnishings because they were all smoke damaged, and get back in there. But it's a questionable time, because I think it's scary for people to rebuild, because like you don't know how safe it's going to be, and if you have young children, it's like how long is it going to be before there's a community again?
Right.
So is it safe? And I think there's a feeling of uncertainty here that I don't know how long it's going to take till that comes back.
Yeah.
I don't. But I do see the city kind of wrapping its arms around like wanting to heal, and wanting to like create the different communities back. And that's been nice. That's been really nice to see. So I don't have a prediction other than I do think that LA is like a leader in design. Like really, and I think that everyone thinks of LA as like the entertainment business, you know? Our design community rocks.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Yes.
And I think it rivals so many other big cities internationally. And I'm proud to be from here, and I'm proud of all the makers here and the showrooms here, and I think it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't have a prediction, but
Yeah, well, I mean that is a big part of it, and the uncertainty of what the future of Los Angeles is going to be. But I also feel like we've been through that so many times here. There have been a lot of different, in different industries here, like when the writer strikes were happening, and a lot of people are talking about the future of Hollywood. Is that about to start leaving, or are we going to see a renaissance of it?
Right.
And both of those things are equally possible.
Yes.
So there is a lot of uncertainty, but at the same time, I feel like people here are so passionate about, we're passionate about beauty. We're passionate about art. And when you have so many people that have that passion within them, I have a feeling that it's not going away.
I don't think it's going away.
Where else where else would we find home?
Not in. I mean, I think that California. I mean, even San Francisco. Talking to people in San Francisco, which has gone through a change, and it had to readjust. But it is. I mean, it's feeling better. It's LA. Yeah, Hollywood definitely was a big part of our economy, and it's going through changes, and they are going to have to figure it out. But I don't think that Hollywood is moving out of Hollywood.
Yeah.
We just are, living in a little bit of a unknown moment at the time. So it's creating a little bit of fear, but I think it'll calm down, and we're gonna, because at the end of the day, living here is not bad.
It's not bad.
It's great.
It is great. I do. I love it too.
Are you from here originally?
I am.
You are, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
I am. I was born in Santa Monica. And
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was also born in Santa Monica,
You
but
were?
I was raised in Wisconsin.
Nice.
So, when I was a year old, we moved to Wisconsin, and I lived there for 27 years. And then I came out here 10 years ago, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I only lived, Wisconsin was the only other place that I lived. And then I came right back here, and I knew I needed to be here. And I felt at home from the moment that I came back.
There's something in that.
Absolutely.
There's something in that.
I was supposed to be here.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to wrap up because lunch is almost ready. Okay. We have 3 questions that we ask for all of our guests. And the first question is, what is the messiest place in your home?
Honestly, I think the thing that I think of the most, and something that drives me bananas, is on our patio by our pool, we have this what is it called? This box, a storage thing.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God. I just want to throw this thing out. And my husband's like, we need it. We put all these things in it. And I'm like, oh my God, no, we don't. We could put them in the garage.
Oh my gosh.
So that drives me bananas.
That's so
So
funny,
it's not a room because I'm pretty neat.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it'd be more inside of that or inside a drawer.
Yeah.
And when things aren't, I get very I kind of hypervent. I'm not totally OCD because I'm kind of a mess on my desk and stuff.
Sure.
But when someone comes and neatens it up for me,
Yeah.
boy, that's just that's happiness. For real.
I love it.
So my home is not really messy.
Yeah.
But if you look deeper.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the car thing. I can, if my car is not, I clean out my car very often. I don't even have a nice car, but I just like to keep my car nice.
Yes.
And if it starts to get a little bit messy, I get uncomfortable. I don't like it in there. And sometimes I don't even realize that it's because, I have a dog, so I get dog hair in my car. I'm like, just something in here I don't like. I clean it out. I'm like, I can relax.
Right. It's true. That's how I am like that.
Yeah,
That is how I am.
Oh, absolutely.
Everywhere, every space.
Just in that box by the pool, if you still have the little floaters for your kids,
Yeah,
you can
get rid of those.
you can get rid of those.
I'm going to tell you, you cannot, because there is a game that happens in the senior year of high school that's called Assassin. And
What?
Yes.
Okay.
These seniors have to go around with floaters or goggles, or someone can shoot them with a water gun and they're dead and they're out of the game. And this goes on for a month. So my kids all of a sudden had water pistols and floaters again
Oh my gosh.
that made their way back into the box.
See, that's
Okay. Again.
There you go.
think you can-
My old theory just went to shit. Okay.
But they had
well,
to buy new ones because yes,
Okay.
I had trash.
Because those are very small for children.
Very
Yes.
small,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Okay. My second question for you is: when you walk into a space, what is the first thing that you notice?
I don't notice, I feel.
Okay.
So it would be for me kind of like, it's not just like the scent or the lighting or anything. It's just kind of like the energy. I notice energies.
Okay.
So and then you can pare it down to like, wow, it has beautiful lighting, or it has tall ceilings, or I love that candle, or I love the feel of the fabric, or whatever it is. But there's definitely like energies, and I think it's the same thing about like being in your car when it's dirty. Like,
Yeah.
something feels good or it really doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think you have to be in tune to that to know what works for you.
Okay. My last question for you: what is your favorite place, either in your own home or in a home that you've designed?
I would say, I'm thinking of a couple clients' homes and probably my own home, what I'm working on, but is a garden.
Really?
I love gardens. I love being outside and just listening to nature and feeling the wind and being around plants, and there's no happier place for me. And I have a couple clients that have these spectacular properties where, you know, we put in like just beautiful furniture, but there's so much lushness, and working with landscape architects. Like if I was going to do anything else, like I would get into landscaping because
wow, yeah.
And that's one thing I do want to explore.
Yeah.
Not being a landscaper, but like just doing more gardening over the next, however many years, because it just brings me happiness.
I love that
Yeah.
so much. Have you seen that editorial spread of Pamela Anderson in her garden?
I saw a couple photos of it, but I
Yeah.
didn't see the whole spread.
There's a whole spread. It is the most peaceful thing. It made me want to garden so bad. Because that's her happy place now,
Yeah.
and it makes me so happy. And I'm also very much like a garden outdoors. I like to be outside.
Yeah.
And I love a garden, and I haven't been able to have one in any of my places that I've lived in LA, and I want one so bad.
It
Yeah.
is so important. And I even know in like my very first apartment in Santa Monica, I lived in this amazing old building, but like I didn't have a balcony, but like outside of a window was like a roof.
Right.
And I literally like put up this shelving thing and little lights, and like
Yeah.
I would get
Oh,
plants,
yeah.
and like I just made it like on the side until I had to take it down. But like even that, like I would just sit out there
Yeah.
on a little stool. I mean, it wasn't bigger than like from
Yeah.
you to me, and it just made me happy. And like
Oh.
this is the first time I've thought about like,
Yeah.
gosh, I always try to create that environment. It doesn't matter if it's huge like a client or small like my first apartment, but like for me it's important.
We had done that on Sycamore. All those apartments on Sycamore and La Brea.
Oh yes, yeah.
They all have the parking garage on the other side, so the apartments are on the ground floor have access to that. It's supposed
Like a
to be, I think, for the
rooftop.
whole building, but in our case, they had given it to us for the.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we had put a fountain, and we had put a bunch of trees, and we lived outside. I mean, we lived outside.
Oh, wow.
And that was a fun little place.
Yeah. And you can do that here.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we
It's
lived
like-
outside
Yeah.
365.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can be outside all year. Yeah. Yeah.
a sweater, and we were, still outside.
Yeah.
So being in California and doing landscape is kind of fun.
Yeah. For sure.
So the kids are moving to the dorms,
Yes.
and then you're going to have 2 projects next year to do a.
No, I've already done that. Like, been working with my daughter
Yeah.
on her dorm. My son was a little more. I mean, my daughter was very easy, but like, you want to make it cool and nice, but like, you don't want it to be overkill.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So
it's been nice.
So you're going there to move them in?
I'm moving them in. Oh yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
for sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
It is
It's really
exciting.
exciting.
It's
Yeah.
exciting and heartbreaking at the same time.
It's an
It's like the
entirely
perfect-
new
it's
chapter.
bittersweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So happy for them.
My experience, they come back.
Is that good or bad?
It's good. It's really good because they come back completely different.
Yeah.
You'll have even more fun, but they do come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you the story. Chloe moved back east and, calls me. It's like, I think I'm going to spend 3-4 years back east. And I'm like, that's great. I mean, it's fantastic. And after 3 weeks, she's like, so the 3-4 years back east, I'm coming back.
Does she live in LA now?
No,
or
she
in
lives
France?
in San Francisco.
Oh, how
Yeah,
nice.
she's happy as a clement there.
that's so
But
good.
yeah, and we see her. I mean, she's been down here, and I see her a lot. So, but it's amazing because I think that her leaving and going out of state made her appreciate California and what she has here even more, and grow up, because she had to do stuff that you won't be able to. There are a few days where she's going to call and say, I'm not feeling well, and you're going to be like, well, call me, keep me posted, but here's the CVS. And so they grow up, they have to, and then they come back, and I don't know, it's been fun to see that transformation. So you'll get to experience that and get them back.
Yeah, I could see that. Like it's interesting because I think they're both now realizing, like, and not that they didn't realize it, but you get caught up in the day-to-day of life and like how much they like it here.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
oh my gosh, I won't be able to go to this store, and I won't be able to like get this coffee, and
Yeah.
I won't be able to like take this hike, and I'm like, well, no, not until Christmas, So, like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
but you're
yeah.
gonna learn all those things in this new city,
Yeah.
But you're right. I think you start to appreciate. Not me. I mean, I ran like I was like, but like
Yeah.
when you have a nice place, you
Yeah.
appreciate it more.
Yeah, they'll come back here for Erewhon, I'm sure.
I wasn't gonna say that out loud.
Anytime.
My son, no,
Yeah.
my daughter. That
Yeah.
was definitely number one on her
Yeah.
list. Like,
Oh,
Oh,
one.
she'll miss our one.
Isn't it-
Everybody misses.
Chloe does that too.
Chloe does that.
Like it's funny because anytime that Chloe's in town, I will always say like, oh, like what are you guys up to? Oh, we're getting smoothies from Erewhon again, because she loves to come down here and get that. So that's really funny.
Alexander are like, they come down and they're like, okay, R1. I'm like, oh. I mean, look, I am guilty.
Yeah.
I'm guilty too.
Listen, I don't have any desire to leave Los Angeles. That's one of the reasons why. I love it. Anyway, okay, we should wrap this up so that we can get to lunch. Thank you so
Yeah,
much
because
for being
the
here.
chicken is from that one.
Oh, the chicken's from Erewhon too. I love it. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you
so
both so
much.
much.
Thank
This was
you.
so fun.
It's so fun, and then you also met. Our next episode is JB, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
met JB
I
last
did.
week.
I
So
did.
see that little podcast
That's
of
perfect.
ours.
It's
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.